2 days later, Princess Dara was nowhere to be found as she has disappeared from the kingdom. The queen has wept so much since Dara is her only child. The king has fallen ill with no signs of recovery. The chief priest visited the palace and said to the queen and elders, "If the princess is not found before the next 14 days to be cleansed, the people of Omoda should expect the worst, as the princess has made love to a forbidden ghost." Everyone was in shock, as they don't know if the princess would be found before 14 days to be cleansed. The princess and the ghost man were on bed as they have just finished making love. The princess said, "I want to be with you forever even though my family is against it. I don't care, I just want to be with you." The man said to her, "But you don't even know me." The princess replied, "I don't care. What matters is that I love you. Can I know your name?" she asked. He replied, "My name is Omiru." 2 days have passed, and the guards are still in search of the princess. When Omiru went hunting, he sighted the guards and realized they must be looking for the princess. He rushed home, went to his secret cave and think of what to do to revive himself back to visible human, that everyone can see. He has got 10 days to bury the princess alive, just the same way King Zak's forefathers buried him alive 700 years ago to secure the throne, which was later passed from one generation to the other until it got to King Zak's turn to rule the kingdom. Because for the past 700 years, no king has given birth to a female child except for King Zak. During the period before Omiru was buried alive, the chief priest who conducted the sacrifice has warned the king then that no one in his lineage must give birth to a female child. If anyone does, the ghost of Omiru will return to hunt the kingdom so. Since then, no female child has been born until when King Zak became king. Now they need to find the solution on how to send the ghost of Omiru, cleanse the land, and appease Omiru so he can rest in peace. Omiru has started making preparation in his cave. He has just 5 more days to go. 7 days later, the princess has not been found. Amanda, one of Princess Dara's maids, met with the queen and said to her, "My queen, there's something I need to tell you." The queen asked, "And what is it?" "My queen, before Princess Dara got missing, we went to the river together and she saw this man and asked me who he was. But I couldn't see anyone. I couldn't see who she was pointing at sitting under a tree. I told her I can't see anyone. She said to me, 'Never mind.' But she kept staring directly under the tree as though someone is there. The next day, she sneaked out of the palace again. She kept sneaking out. She asked me never to mention a word to you nor the king." The queen was angry at this point and scolded Maid Amanda for keeping such secret away from her. "Get up, we are heading to the palace. Tell the guards to fetch the chief priest." "Yes, my queen," she left looking scared. The chief priest, queen, Amanda, and the elders are all in the palace as Amanda kneel in front of them. "Repeat everything you told me," the queen said to Amanda. Amanda repeated everything she said to the elders and chief priest. Everyone was shocked. The chief priest did some incantations to hear from the gods, but there was no message on how to solve the calamity. They were still seated deliberating. Few moments later, another chief priest walked in. Everyone was surprised to see the great Basaka in the palace. Basaka is known as the most powerful chief priestess from the east. They all welcomed her and knew something dangerous is about to happen to Omoda Kingdom. King Zak is ill, the princess is missing, and in the next 7 days, if she is not found, the king will die, and the ghost of Omiru will become a human beast who will bring great sorcerer to the land. Men and women will kill themselves, brothers and sister will make love with each other. Mother will sleep with their sons and father with their daughters. Basaka said to them. Everyone was shocked, and in fear point one of the elders asked, "But how do we find the princess? Because she is nowhere to be found and we have just 7 days. The chief priest said to them, "The princess is living in an invisible hut, where the ghost lives. Only those from Omiru bloodline can see them after taking the blue leaf. But how can we find someone from his bloodline? It's been 700 years, one of the elders said. Basaka replied, one of the offspring from Orimi clan lives amongst us. Everyone was surprised and was eager to know who the person is. Basaka brought out the blue leaf and handed it over to Amanda. Everyone was shocked that a maid in the palace is from Omiru blood lineage. Amanda was also shocked. She collected the leaf and chewed it. She felt strange powers and fell on the ground. When she regained consciousness, Basaka said to her, "You must kill Omiru for the second time. Only then can the land be safe. Take this leaf and chew it. It will lead you to where the princess and Omiru is." 2 days later, Amanda and some guards embark on the journey, in search of the princess, as they have 5 more days to find the princess. They faced so many obstacles before getting close to where Omiru and the princess is hiding. When Omiru noticed some humans around, he quickly rushed to the cave, picked a calabash with liquid in it, went back to the hut and gave it to Princess Dara to drink. She drank it and slept off. He then carried her to the cave where he can perform some rituals before burying her alive. A day to when the princess was to be buried alive, Amanda and the guards are yet to find the cave. Omiru is ready to take over the kingdom as the next day is the deal day. Finally, Amanda and the guards arrived the cave. As they were about to go in, Omiru struck them with his evil power and they all fell on the ground except for Amanda. He noticed she's still standing strong. He moved close to her, smelled her, and said to her, "I know who you are. You are from my bloodline." As he tried striking her again, she struck back at him. He fell, and she ran inside to save the princess. When she got in, Omiru appeared in front of her and said to her, "Let's join forces and take over this kingdom. After all, we are family, isn't it?" She disagreed, and as she was about to reach the princess, he carried his sword and cut her from behind. Blood gushed out of her back as she fell on the ground. He rushed to Princess Dara as she is still asleep due to the charm he gave her unknowing Ling to her. He carried her as they head outside. Omiru has just 2 hours to bury the princess and take over the kingdom. The villages were all worried because it's the final day and the princess has not been found. The people cried and prayed to their god to intervene. Omiru dug the pit where he would bury the princess. He lay her inside the pit and starts to cover her with sand. After he finished covering her, he went back to the cave to perform the final ritual. While he was at it, Amanda regained consciousness. She struggled to move. Omiru is already getting transformed and was filled with powers. Amanda crawled with her body still on the ground. She struggled and was able to get close to Omiru. She was getting weaker. She brought out her dagger and threw it straight to Omiru's head. Blood gushed out as he fell on the ground. Immediately she rushed to him, brought out the bottle of life, and Omiru's ghost went straight into the bottle. She then ran to where the princess was buried and starts to dig to get her out. Luckily, the princess was still breathing. The guards regained consciousness and they helped Amanda, after which they went back to the palace. The villagers were all gathered in the palace, as they were all hopeless, waiting for the worst. Few moments later, they saw the guards and the princess with Amanda. They were all happy and rejoicing as they rushed to welcome them. When the chief priest started the cleansing, it couldn't be completed because he discovered the princess was pregnant. Carrying the child of the ghost is a taboo. Therefore, the cleansing cannot be successful. Everyone became scared. The chief priest said, "The only way out is for the princess to die, because the dead blood of Omiru runs in her veins, and when is due time for her to deliver, Omiru will be reincarnated as the child and the princess will die after giving birth, after which another calamity will befall the land. Do you think the princess will give up her life and that of her unborn child to save the land?" Few days later, the princess committed suicide. She drank poison and died. That was how the kingdom of Omiru was cleansed. Few years later, the gods blessed the queen and the king with a baby boy at their old age, and the people of Omiru welcomed the heir to the throne.